Okay, this is a training on or a demo of the solo proposal tool specifically with Powur. And you guys, this was a game changer in my career. I'm going to show you all the benefits this proposal tool specifically can bring in your current business. I'm not going to scroll up to the top because the homeowner's information is there. I want to kind of be respectful of that. But I'll go through some of these key details and key values that I like as a broker using this platform. So when you first enter a lead and request an initial design, what Powur's design team is going to do is they're going to they're going to max out the roof and put panels across the entire roof. And then you'll come in and you'll remove the panels you do not want. So just to show you, for example, I can see it's at 102% offset. I can check the sun rating here. And if I want to add panels, I just click it on, make them green. If I want to remove them, I click them, make them off. Why this is such a game changer is when you're in the home, and let's say the homeowner's like, oh, I don't want the panels visible from my driveway. You can quickly just say, okay, not a problem. Let's go ahead and remove those and make sure we can, adjust the design to meet your visual and production requests. This design specifically, I didn't have them put on this section of the roof because they're doing construction, but you get my point. You can easily change the design in real time. Instead of with maybe past companies that I worked at, I had to email design, send it over, wait like 20, 30 minutes. Sometimes I didn't get it back same day, and then I lost the ability to close them on that one call close. So super valuable design process there. Going to the next section here, system size, you have a summary of the system size, the production. If you click show details, it'll show you the sun hours, total monthly production compared to the current customer's consumption. We'll talk about how you can edit this in real time, but it's really cool to see which arrays, how many modules, based on the roof tilt, the shade reading, what's going to produce the sun hours. So it gives you a lot of control. As far as modules, this is just telling you what panels are being used in this design. We have a lot of options when it comes to modules and inverters, which I will show you now. So this was a cool thing that I really valued about Powur is all the equipment options they have. We typically talk about taking control of your energy costs. That's something we say as solar consultants to our homeowners. We sell on the fact that they have no control. But you really got to ask yourself as a consultant, how much control do you have of your sale? So when I was working at Tesla, Sunrun, I only had a few panel options to choose from, a few inverter options to choose from, and a few financing options to choose from. Sometimes I only had one option or two options. But with Powur, they secure relationships with a handful of manufacturers. So we have all these different panel options available to us, which really makes it hard for you to lose a sale. So if a competitor comes to me, let's say Sunrun, and the homeowner's like, oh, I love their LG black on black panels. Okay, great. LG black on black panels, I'm assuming they're quoting you 360s. Those are a little bit more expensive of a panel. You're going to pay for the brand name. I can do something better for you. I can give you 400 watt panels, American made panel, black on black, for about half the cost, right? So you have full control of building out this system. Same thing with the inverters. We have all the models available to us: Enphase IQ, IQ7 Plus, Solar Edge, Energy Hub. So you have full control here of the equipment that you're using to build out their solution. You can also add different, incentives, feature it there. We have the rebate. You can choose to include it or not. And then we could talk about adders. So this section is really, really important, and you'll work with a mentor to know what adders to include or not. For example, if they need a partial re-roof, you just contact the re-roofing department. They'll provide a quote. You build it in. Or you can just assume $6 a square foot for the roofing costs, build it in here. Again, you work with myself and mentor. We help you advise on what adders are needed. Just some different adders here. One I always like to include is the extended warranty. So Powur does have a relationship with Solar Insure, which is a 30-year full coverage warranty. You guys, I've been in the industry 6 years and I've never seen a warranty this strong. So what this means is it's bumper to bumper coverage for 30 years on the roof, the mounting system, the equipment, and the labor. So everything that goes into this solar project is covered for 30 years, including the homeowner's property, any damage if something were to come up, full peace of mind for 30 years. Solar Insure is backed by billions of dollars. It's not going anywhere. They used to insure commercial properties, and now they insure residential properties. And this warranty is also fully transferable in the event the homeowner sells the home. Okay, so it's a super strong warranty for $1,000. You barely notice it in your monthly cost. That's a game changer. That's a big reason why we can win deals. Some other adders, again, you just add these in. It goes into the total cost of the job. And now the most exciting part, the margin. So the margin is basically going to tell you how much you're going to make on the job. Okay, so pay attention here because you're not making this much. So how this works is you tell Powur, or you control how much commissions are built in to this project, price per watt. So in this case, let's say I wanted to sell at $1 price per watt in commissions. So $10,400 in commissions for this project. I like to sell it on 1.4. So 14,560 is the total commissions on the job. Now there is a revenue share. So 70% of this number is going to go to the consultant selling the job. In my case, me. So if I take 14,560 times 70%, I will make $10,192 when this closes, if I sell it on my own. Okay, 70% goes to the consultant. Now, there's still 30% that needs to go somewhere, and that's going to go to Powur. So 14,560 times 30%, that's $4,368 to Powur. That is their revenue that Powur is getting for offering you this amazing platform, blah, 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 blah. So Powur just made $4,300. When we talk about overrides, Powur is going to use their portion of this revenue, $4,368, to pay whoever recruited you to the platform. So the consultant's pay is never affected. Everyone comes into the platform with an equal baseline and the ability to sell at an equal red line platform, all the options available to them. Powur is going to use their revenue to pay the person that recruited you. So for example, let's say my rep that I brought in and I'm mentoring and I'm training how to sell on the platform sells this deal. Powur is going to make $4,368. Powur is going to take 20% of their cut, so 20% of $4,300. Doing this on a calculator now, and will pay me $873. Again, 30% of this number goes to Powur. If I personally bring someone on and they sell this system, Powur is going to pay me 20% of their revenue. So I'll make $873 just because I introduced a solar professional to the platform and they started selling. Every time someone makes a sale, I get 20% of Powur's 20% or 30%. Sorry. So this is how you control that. This is how you see a margin. Again, you have full control over the total margin. You want to make more, you increase the price per watt. Now, what's cool is you are able to make more without affecting the homeowner too much. So just before we get into that and what this customer's proposal would be, let's say you're in the proposal meeting with the homeowner and the homeowner's like, oh, I'm going to install an AC and I want to run it full time, and you didn't account for that. You can change the usage in real time. And then again, it'll update the pricing, etc. So as you can see here, current utility bill for the homeowner is $229. Their cost per kilowatt hour is 21 cents. I always like to double check. So I'll divide the bill total by the amount of kilowatt hours used and determine what their actual kilowatt hour rate is. Let's say it's like 27 cents. You type that in, it'll adjust their utility bill, average utility bill, to be more accurate, which will then in return adjust their savings, etc. New utility bill, this is non-bypassable charges. You should probably know this already if you're in the solar space. If you don't know what non-bypassable charges are, those are essentially interconnection fees to the local utility. They differ in every utility commission. So right now, this is their monthly loan payment, assuming we're using a Sunlight 20-year 0.99%. Again, talking about control, I love being able to control my sales process. I can pick from a variety of different financing options. So we have LoanPal, Sunlight, PACE, and obviously cash. So just looking at LoanLight, how many options there are. We have 7-year at 2.9%, all the way up to 7.9%, 10-year, all these options. 10-year, so many options. We even have flex pay. I'm not going to dive into what that is, but it is a good option for some people. And we also have alternative options. So many options that will, change the loan amount, interest rates, etc. Sunlight, I like their 0.99 for 20 years. Again, so many options though to pick from. So you have full control over the interest rate. A lot of times you'd be surprised. Someone's like, oh, well, the interest rate's lower at this company, so I want to go with them. Well, you have all the interest rates available to you. So there's no way you should lose a job because of that. Again, you can apply the tax credit, explain how that works. Mr. Customer, for the first 18 months, your bill will be, 168, assuming you don't apply your tax credit. If you do apply your tax credit, going forth, you explain that whole process to them. Once they're ready and they're bought in, they like all of this, you just click this qualify button. I'm not going to click it now because it will pull up the homeowner's information. But basically, you click this qualify button, pulls up the credit application. You just fill it out. You click submit. It'll let you know within minutes if they're approved or denied. If they're approved, you come here to the doc request. You'll enter in the homeowner's name, email, install partner is Powur, English or Spanish. You can sell in both. Put in their account number off their utility bill, meter number, click request docs. What you're doing by doing that process is you're having the actual solar disclosure documents sent to your email for co-signing. And once you co-sign, it will be sent to the customer so that the customer can sign their solar contract and go solar. At that point, we schedule site survey, the rest. So super easy, gives you full control, you guys, over your quoting process. Really hard to lose a job if you know what you're doing and you know what the customer's looking for. And just a really awesome tool. I've been in the space 6 years and never saw this until working with Powur, and it's something I will always use because it really is so amazing. So I hope this was helpful and you guys see the value. Really cool proposal tool. You come down to savings, shows you a nice little visual, looks really clean, the economical impact, and then, a nice little process here, the cool video in the background, proposal details, all that. If you wanted to send this as a PDF to the customer, you just click export to PDF. Pro tip, you never send the share present link because then they'll literally get this link here. But you just export to PDF, email it off to them, follow up to close the sale. So just a cool tutorial on solo proposal with Powur specifically. I hope this helped.